everyone, welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. I'm MaryAnne. Thank you for tuning in today. I appreciate you very much. And welcome to your Sun Sign Love Connection readings for today, March 23rd, 2021. So this is our last full week of March. Wow. And so today's featured sun sign, for those that are new, I have a format that I always like to share with you, kind of give you a little guidance as to what's going on with this channel. I'm a long-time tarot and intuitive reader, and I am always been an enthusiast as to the compatibility between the different signs in astrology, because it's just over and over again, time and time again, you see that the same people, tend to hang out and, gravitate towards each other, and there's good reasons for it. So I like to share and teach people about that. Or if you know about that, you're hopefully wanting to read or watch this channel, because I pick the one sun sign every day by going around my zodiac wheel, which is the featured, I call it. Today's featured is on the sign of Scorpio. And then right in front of you, it's all new to me, it's spiritly guided, always, and it's the highlighted connection that needs to be spoken to you about for whatever reason. I mean, you know more than I, but if you don't know and you're thinking, let's pick it first. So, beautiful Scorpio, the information coming through for you for your highlighted today connection is going to be with Gemini. Okay, beautiful. And what that means is I pick 3 additional cards and messages under 3 major categories for this highlighted connection of Scorpio and Gemini. Now, I do want to mention a couple things. If you're thinking to yourself right now, Scorpio, I'm not knowing or interested that I know of in any Scorpio, in any Gemini, give it some thought, because you're very cool about that. We're going to talk a little bit about you and the amazing water sign that you are, the perceptive and intuitive water sign that you are. So now when I say relationship, it can be of all forms of love. So it could be a family member, it could be a friend or a partner in work per se. It could have a lot of connotations that you may not think of immediately. Or it could be somebody that's entering into your life. And quite frankly, I like this combination a lot. I've seen it a lot. We're talking about the element of water, which you are, Scorpio, and the element of air, which are very different, but very much, they're very complementary, but there's a lot of similarities for being so different. And I'll explain that a little more as I go on. But the important thing too is, we have the planet of Mars, which was actually historically your ruling planet, Scorpio, in the sign of Gemini. So Gemini represents the mind, it's our thoughts, it's definitely communication when it's about Gemini. Ways to, convey our messages, all different forms, all different ways, written, spoken, intimacy-wise. The list goes on, but the reality is that there's an interest in a natural connection between the two of you, because you yourself, even though you're a water sign, out of the 3 water signs, the Scorpio has great interest and just a natural understanding of the human psyche is the best way to describe it. You have a knowledge and a wisdom within you that you've carried through to this lifetime, and you are a fixed sign, so there's a lot of set and very set opinions and strategies and things and ways and ideals that you like to do things. It's not easily changed in you in that way, even though you're not an earth sign. You are changeable, yes, and in fact you are ruled by, more modernly, the planet of Pluto. Pluto is all about change. Pluto is about the deepest kind of change, our internal change, being the best that we can be, and it's not always easy, is it? I mean, it's about really digging deep, and you're really good at that, Scorpio. You're all about getting down to the heart of a matter, down to the soul of a situation, and then doing whatever you need to do to transform it and to improve it and to succeed. And I've known so many Scorpios that have helped people with these things, have encouraged in teachings and their philosophical higher learning ways that they love to do and are involved in most of the time. I find that a lot of these interests in educational matters that you do pursue are usually kind of taboo. You know, they're not the normal. I mean, for example, astrology. I know an amazing astrologist, you know, and of course it's become way more streamlined and accepted into society, but those are the kinds of things I'm thinking of, and you have an incredible keen sense of your inner knowing, the psychic ability to you, your clairvoyance, your ability to feel and know and understand people just when they come in a room. You sense things so very strongly. You are kind of a serious at times nature. You're intense. The intensity is of different variances depending on the Scorpio and the many different planets that they have in your natal chart. Your sun sign is the sun sign. It's important. It's wonderful. It's the sun in your first house, you know, the moment you're born, and then your solar return when it comes back every year on your birthday. And it's about our ego and our desires and our drives and our, you know, how we want to be seen and the things we choose to do, right? Very important. And it's usually the horoscope you'll read is under the guise of the sun sign. So only a 12th of you though. So the point is that you have a great depth to you. You are a mysterious kind of energy. You are alluring because of that. It's quite magnetizing. People want to know more about you. And you know what? You may let people know, you may not. If you feel comfortable, if you feel trusting, which is extremely important to you, you want to be a loyal person to everybody, and you do require that back. If that has not happened, it takes a while for you to overcome the times you've been hurt, or, you know, someone's been distrustful to you. And so, yeah, you kind of, I mean, in a way, I guess you have your guard up, but it's okay. We all do to a certain extent. I feel like you're always transforming, you're always changing, you're always reinventing yourself, and you have a lot of incredible capabilities and talents in many, many areas. So anything you put your mind to, you're going to be good at it, long and the short of it. Then you have your, you know, highlighted connection today of Gemini. Now, Gemini is an air sign, and air is the mind. And like I said, you're interested in the mind. You're interested in the quick-witted, fast intelligence of these Geminis. Most every Gemini, you're going to notice they have this spontaneous kind of energy. It's like, oh, okay, what's next? What can I do? You know, just this wanting to keep moving, wanting to keep going. They're ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the planet that rules the changing, the moving, the, you know, the vehicles, the transportation, the communication, you know, the ways that we can speak and learn and grow and expand. Commerce, you know, connections, networking, all of those things come into play. And it's just a constant wanting to continue to evolve and to move and so forth. That's fascinating to you as well. You like that idea. Like I said, you're the transformer, and, you know, you have the Gemini that's all about wanting to grow, and they're immutable signs, so they want to adapt and they want to expand and to teach and learn, and it's a beautiful synchronistic kind of energy between the two of you, and it's exciting, and you're never usually at a loss for conversation, and it can be very deep and philosophical. It can be lighthearted, you know, it can vary. Gemini is a duality sign, you know, known as the symbol of the twins, so there's possibly moodiness and changeability that can maybe take you off guard a little bit at first, until you kind of get into the groove of that and know that that's who they are, and you know when these changes come about, and you just prepare accordingly because you have that sensibility to you. I love the intimacy aspect of this. It's very fun and engaging, and the newness seems to always be a part of Gemini's repertoire. You know, always interested in trying all sorts of things. So I think you really gain a lot of insight from each other. I think there's an absolute admiration for each other, and I think there's just a fun kind of energy that comes with the two of you. And everybody needs fun, right, Scorpio? So I'm going to read to you what the messages say, specifically under the three major categories. And if you have not had a chance to look at the beginning of the month, I always recommend, since this is a mid-month readings, I do a beginning of the month and a mid-month around the entire zodiac, so that everybody gets readings and information. And just so you know, if this Gemini still is not quite making sense to you, hang in there, Scorpio, because I'm going to be reading, I've added a rune. Now, this is something I wanted to go back to. I remember looking at these 25 years ago, And I asked for some for Christmas, and Santa brought me some. So I'm going to pull one today to kind of conclude and just kind of as that last finishing touch to the message or the messages you'll get with this highlighted connection, and for all your connections. So the other 2 oracles I read at the end are for every single Scorpio and every one of your connections on some level. And might I say that you are an incredibly, once again, loyal, devoted friend, lover, partner. You know, you're true blue all the way through. And I can really appreciate that about you. You know, you are a little, you're subjective, and you are particular about who you want to keep company with at times. But you'll know right away. People can't hide much from you, Scorpio. But, yeah. So your first category is the overall energy that basically brought you to this reading. How things are going thus far, okay? In this connection and relationship. And you have the Knight of Cups. So, actually, that's the Knights and the Messengers, you know, the pages and the Knights in the court cards. And it represents love. It represents emotions. It represents emotional fulfillment. There's messages regarding something to do with your emotions. And I want to say it on a positive note. Usually that's there to fulfill you. It shows that there's inspiration. You want your cups filled. There's options for a lot of creativity that are coming through. Now, this is a beautiful time because all planets are facing direct. There are no retrogrades till the end of April 16th, 17th, where we start the shadow period for the beautiful eclipses, because we have our eclipse seasons that happen every year. Interestingly enough, the first one, I believe, is going to be in Gemini. So there's another part of the story with the Gemini, right? You've got the Mars in Gemini for that fiery, ambitious kind of mind thoughts, you know, ideas, creativity. We had, well, the sun is actually in, the moon is in Cancer, which is very complementary to you, and also, once again, evolving and revolving around the heart center and our emotions and our feelings, and feeling very comfortable right now with those and the people we love, wanting to kind of stay around that type of energy, the familiarity. This is for you and for everybody, Scorpio. But also we're in the season of Aries. So, I mean, there's that fire, there's that ambition, there's the new. We started the new year in astrology on the 20th because that's what Aries is. It starts the first sign of the zodiac, the beginning, the new, the spring. I mean, everything counting to new starts, new beginnings, new opportunities, new relationships. So if you are not aware of this particular highlighted connection, something is coming through in a beautiful, positive way that has to do with your emotions. And once again, you are the cup. You might be very much in your energy and feeling at peace and feeling the balance right now, you know? So I like that a lot. It seems like a very positive, uplifting message for you. Then the story goes on for the second category, which is always the possible blessings or obstacles happening for you today. Okay, so you have the 10 of Wands. May I just say I've seen this repeatedly in my readings, and that's because we're talking about a new cycle again. Whenever you see a 10, that's it. You're starting over. I see you, and there's the full moon, which is happening at the end of this week in Libra. So definitely by this full moon, we have the new moon in Pisces, extremely powerful, all about your creativity, starting something new, holding that space for the manifestations you truly want to achieve, whether it be by yourself or in this relationship or other relationships, partnerships. You've had a lot on your mind. There's been a lot you felt you've had to carry. I think a lot of us have brought that through this year from last year. And I think it's been enough. And you've made that revelation. And you are ready to let go of some of the burdens. You are ready to fully immerse yourself in self-healing. Also very prevalent right now. We just finished out of the Piscean energy, which is still with us, you know. And that new moon, which can last for, well, definitely 2 weeks. And we're not 2 weeks yet. And sometimes a lot longer. but it's positive. It's about, yes, I've got to feel my best and attend to myself and listen to my gut and listen to my intuition, my higher power, so that I can move forward with all the energy, all the balance, all the needs that I know I'm going to have. But let go of a lot of the burdens at the same time. Like, delegate them out. Realizing your time is always valuable. That is essentially a part of who you are, Scorpio. Because with that Pluto, it makes you realize all these things. You know, as we move on in life and we trial and error, try the different variables, things that we do, and maybe work way too much and are way too tired, and then we think, no, that's not going to work anymore. I'm feeling like this is happening for so many people because they were shut down, right? It made them think. It made them really go inward. That's what you do so very beautifully. And you're ready to put the burdens down. Work smarter, more sensibly, knowing your value, which you always have, by the way, and utilizing that. And that beautiful, like I said, full moon in Libra on Sunday is going to be all about balancing, all about being true and fair and kind, and certainly in our relationships. I mean, relationship is Libra's main importance, okay, of all kinds. They thrive in relationships. They love to work things out. They love solutions. They love to mediate. They love to be fair and kind and diplomatic, and they love love because they are ruled by Venus. So yeah, there's a lot of beautiful heart-centered energy that I'm feeling. And so then the final category is always finances, and that's, of course, essential in our 3D world, and the fact that, you know, finances are energy. So it is that, of course, but it's the wealth in our being, and once again, our health, our relationships, and all the other things that people put first, I think, now, even more than finances. But money is important too. So let's see what the messages say. The Two of Wands. Fire. You're very much feeling this energy and this drive and spirit that the Aries season, and Aries is in, Venus is in Aries now, so bam, what you want, full speed ahead, not going to hesitate, not going to think twice, not going to go inward like you do so much. You're more outwardly expressive now. This whole year is about Aquarian and, you know, the mind and the information that we can be presented with and used, should we choose to do so. Always free choice in all the readings and all the messages. But you have the Two of Wands. You have clear insight as to where you want to go, and it does represent a partnership very clearly. So yes, romance, yes, work-related, yes, a brand new endeavor, yes, a second endeavor. You know, you are feeling very, very clear-minded about this now. And that's what happens when you have this motivation of the Aries, and then also the mind aspect of Aquarius, and of course now with Libra Moon. Everything's going to come to the light for you. You're going to culminate and end things that won't work, and you're going to start fresh and new and feel extremely happy about it. So yes, I do see avenues opening up for financial benefits and prosperity. And I do see that you are definitely considering all aspects. From what I mentioned, you went from the 10 to the 2, simplifying and knowing that my health is important, my equilibrium, my balance in all things, and I will keep that at the forefront of my thoughts in anything I do. So I like it a lot. You've definitely got the fire going there. You definitely have the love going there. So beautiful, beautiful messages for this highlighted connection. And I hope you resonate with that. I hope that makes sense and you feel it. But I'm going to cap it off, as you would say, with this wonderful, and mind you, the rune. I am just learning, and I have my little booklet here, so please bear with me. It takes a little bit of time because I go by the description and the picture. So I'm asking for Spirit to guide me and send me the most important message for every single Scorpio in this highlighted connection, and the answer in the end to this wonderful story that's unfolding for the two of them. And it looks like an X, so I'll find out exactly what that means. The X is Ooh, okay. Jibo. I want to say Jibo. So we'll go in front and see. Now yesterday, there it is. Potential, September 28th to October 13th time. It says from 6:30 p.m. to 7:29 p.m. Response, hospitality, generosity, reward, winnings, fortune. A gift is reciprocal. Talent successfully applied. The gift, the cup coming in from the night, the messages. And let's see. Deterioration, poverty, and crisis for those understanding a foretold betrayal. Okay, now that's interesting. So you have the shadow and the other, you know, and everything in life. You know all about that. You're all about the transformation, like I said. The Pluto, the life, the death, the cycles, you know, all the things that are absolutely part of this life and lives to come and lives that have passed. So, yeah, interesting but beautiful. Beautiful messages. And like everything does need to die.